At its core, The Lord of the Rings is a tale of ordinary folk achieving extraordinary things through bonds of companionship set against a backdrop of mythic lore, languages, and landscapes. It's not just about destroying evil, but understanding its allure and cost. So, The Lord of the Rings summarized is not just about destroying evil, but understanding its allure and cost. So I asked, could you say this trilogy is a battle between good and evil on spiritual levels and physical levels? So, absolutely. It masterfully weaves a profound battle between good and evil across both spiritual and physical dimensions, making it more than just a sword and sorcery epic. On the physical level, it's a visceral clash of armies and landscapes, from the chaotic battle of Helm's Deep, where Rohan's defenders hold against Saruman's Uruk-hai hordes under torrential rain and crumbling walls, to the thunderous siege. So it goes on about all the battles. So underscoring, so all this, they even risk their lives to shield the innocent, underscoring the tangible cost of freedom in a world scarred by invasion and destruction. So that's what I see reading the Bible. You got invasion and destruction, and you got redemption and restoration. Yet the spiritual level runs deeper on the true war. As the true war for the soul and will, the One Ring embodies evil's insidious corruption, preying on inner weaknesses. That's like the leaven perverts the whole lump. What's that one about the leaven puffing up, knowledge puffing up, and the devil being the smartest, wisest, most beautiful, talented. So it puffed him up, and his pride got him to do some silly things. It twists Boromar's noble intentions into betrayal, nearly breaks Frodo's spirit through isolation and doubt, so that could be the Christian life, and even tempts Gandalf and Gandriel with visions of absolute power. So that's what the devil offered Christ when Christ went fasting for 30 days and then got tempted by the devil. Devil offered him all the kingdoms and principalities. Sauron represents a metaphysical tyranny seeking dominion over minds and hearts, while the forces of good, rooted in hope, mercy, and an almost providential guidance. This is Tolkien's subtle nod to a higher divine order. Fight to preserve free will and moral integrity. So that's what our life is all about, free will and moral integrity, because we can't have unlimited free will. It's got to have a leash on it, which hopefully we learn what moral integrity is and what is worth it and what's not worth it and who is worthwhile. That's what worship is all about, who we give our worth to. As Sam poignantly reflects amid the desolation of Mordor, it's the small acts of kindness and love that fortify the spirit against despair, proving that inner light can outlast outer darkness. Tolkien, a devout Catholic, infused this duality with Christian undertones: evil as a perversion of good, incapable of creation on its own, because the devil's always copying and imitating. He can't create his own goodness. And victory hinging not on might, but on humility and sacrifice. So victory hinges not on might, not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord. That's an Old Testament verse. But on humility and sacrifice. Christ is the most humble creature ever to be, and he performed the most awesome sacrifice for us. It's why the trilogy resonates so timelessly. Evil wins battles, but good claims the war through enduring virtue. So evil wins battles. So God has handicapped himself, so letting the evil, win here and there. to make the conflict a little more interesting, because every good story has conflict in it. And our lives are going to be peppered with conflict on both sides, blessings and cursings, all for us to learn and us to show the angels that didn't fall, show them a little bit about God's goodness and how God wants to redeem people who are creatures who stray. So that's it for the summary. Hopefully this has helped somebody. It's helped me. This is what I think about all the time, is good and evil and how it's playing out on earth, trying to get God's point of view. And then, of course, this story is showing the devil's point of view, God's adversary. And could it all be because God enjoys a challenge? I know humans do. And he gave us humans the ability to create other human beings, just like God created mankind. And we know what a challenge it is to herd cats, similar to what a challenge it is to, influence creatures that we've created in our own likeness. That's what happens when a man and woman get together and have a child. You got little miniature me's, a mini me of the husband and the wife, and they're both trying to raise them. They don't want them. You don't raise kids to be destroyed, but what a story, eh? So thanks for watching and listening.